Well, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here. Just me and the critters. Get a little closer here. Just me and the critters here today. Bradley's at work, working a day shift, and has been since early this morning. It is May 9th, 2017, Tuesday afternoon. It is 3:38 p.m. It is 84 degrees. Real Phil says it's 96. I don't buy that. Maybe, I don't know. The high will be 86, the low will be 60. So, that's what the weather's doing today. I got a standy up typey thingy here on the other side, right here. It was standing up. I gotta shove that in there. There we go. Now I can cope. What? Look at this thing. Right there. What the heck is that doing now? You know, just when you think you got your hair to behave, there. Stop it. Behave. This here. Where's this one? Okay, we're ready now. It is, let's see, I told you guys yesterday that the previous night Brad had a bad night. And we ended up running a bunch of errands and went shopping. And I did get to sit outside for a while and painted. And while Brad was making dinner, he did barbecued pork chops, boneless, and because we just buy the pork tenderloin and then he cuts those. It's usually cheaper per pound, and then we repackage it. And he made a noodle mix, and he also did corn on the cob out there on the grill. So did that, and I did some looming, of course. Where are my hats? I just had them out, man. There they are. Huh. And I forgot to show you one for the previous day, yesterday, so I'll show you that. This is the small adult. Right here. That's that one. And let's see. And then I made this one. I gotta. You know how you get ready to show somebody your work, and then you'll see one little loose end. But anyway, I made this one. And if you see the brim there, how it. Yep. So, yep. Made that. That's a large adult. And then I made this toddler baby size one last night. That's some of that lovely variegated yarn that you gave me, Pam. So, that turned out neat. So anyway, got that all done. Let's see. Brad slept a lot better last night. So did I. I'm having a bit of problem again with the no-see-ums, and then that gets infected on my shins and stuff. So I've been treating those with hydrogen peroxide and hydrogen peroxide, and then I got some of those pre-medicated, you know, the Band-Aids that already have the Neosporin in them. So been doing that. So they're getting better. I have spent mainly today yakking on the phone. First, you know, I had to call my sister Linda, my best friend. We talk almost every day. Whenever anything happens in either one of our lives, we be calling each other. In fact, now my husband says, "Did you tell Linda yet?" And I'm like, "Not yet." You know, or a lot of times, "Oh yeah." So talked with her, for a while, and then Brad called and I talked to him on his life, and then I called Linda again, and then I called Pam in Tennessee, talked with her. We'd never talked on the phone before, and I really enjoyed it. I really immensely enjoyed it. Have a new friend. I mean, and she's just a real neat gal. Does cross stitch, and does sewing. So Linda, yeah, She said she watches your channel too. And she doesn't make videos, but she's a cross stitcher and she's a sewer also. So, yeah, and she makes dolls and stuff. So, yeah, it's right up your alley. And you got to tell her that root embroidery is really not that hard. Because she's thinking that she can't do it. I know she can do it. Anybody that got the patience to be doing cross stitch, because I used to do that before my eyesight got bad enough that I had trouble. And let's see what else. And if you watch this, Pam from Shoot the Shit, another interesting tidbit, this gal also knew Minnie Pearl and also grew up with a whole bunch of the Hee Haw cast and stuff, all in and out of their homes at all different times. She lives in Tennessee, so, I'm not, so if she happens to watch your video and comment, real neat gal, you guys have a lot in common too. So really enjoyed that conversation, and we will be continuing that. I like making new friends. It's always fun finding out about people and just, being real relaxed and laughing and stuff. So, then I was doing some looming while I was talking with everybody, and I want to do some painting tonight as soon as Brad gets home. I'm going to go outside and paint for a while. I think he's making spaghetti. I haven't been cooking as much because I've been wanting to paint more, which is fine with him because he likes to cook. I mean, we both cook. But, in fact, I think what I'll do before he gets home, though, is what I do a lot of is I do a lot of the, it's like a prep chef. I do a lot of all the cutting and stuff. So then all he has to do when he comes home is just, everything's already cut up and everything. So, I'm going to try to do a schedule, I think. I think that would be kind of nice. I used to have one a really, really long time ago. But, it would be nice to kind of have, like, I was thinking that Tuesdays could be Tattletale Tuesday. And what I mean by that is just, and I know it's kind of a play on words, but just telling a story about something that happened in the past and stuff, that, and stuff. So, bear with me with that, because I know a lot of other people kind of have, kind of a schedule. They'll do this or they'll do that on a certain day, and I used to a long time ago. Then when we were moving and stuff, I got out of it, but it'd be kind of nice. So today, being Tattletale Tuesday, I thought I would tell a story about my youngest daughter. Now, this was right before Brad and I were married, and we met and we got engaged pretty soon after that, and we lived together because we both felt it would be better if we lived together to make sure, because it was my second marriage and his first. So anyway, we were getting ready for the wedding and everything, and we took our daughters were at that time 4 years old and 2 years old, and we took them to there used to be a hamburger place there called Peaches, and it was kind of like it used to be the old Red Barn. And so we went there, and we used to meet with family and sit and drink coffee or pop and just chat. And so anyway, she had to go to the bathroom. My youngest daughter, she's 2, so we were sitting real close to bathrooms, and there was nobody else in there. And we told her go ahead and go, and she went ahead and went. She went in with her sister, and she comes out. She's wearing a dress at this time, okay? And she's always been real small anyway. She comes out, she got long blonde hair, and she comes out walking with her panties around her ankles and holding her dress up, yelling at she's trying to walk through this fast food place. Daddy, I need help. Daddy, I need help. Oh Lord, we all just died laughing because she didn't care that she was showing everything off to everybody. But yeah, she needed help. She wanted her daddy. And yeah. So yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah. Another time we used to, when I met my husband, he was in an archery league. And shortly after that, we were kind of messing with, he was trying to teach me how to shoot a bow and stuff. I got where I could shoot one, but I was never real successful because I am very, very big chested. And when you twang one of those ropes in on your breasticle, so anyway, we're in there. I think my husband was shooting or something. And our daughters had gone in the bathroom. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. They're not coming out. So then, I go over knocking on the door. Because it was just a one toilet little, little bathroom. It was, business bathroom. Anyway. Lord. Hi, cat. Yep. Wow, thanks. I'm not really what I had in mind here. Wow. Goofball. Anyway, knock on the door, and my oldest daughter, Crystal, says, "We can't get out." And they're crying in there. They had locked the door. They couldn't figure out how to unlock it. There was no key to this door. They're thinking about, there's a gap up, clear up on the top of this door. I mean, this is a tall door, about this wide. So they're thinking about the biggest, scrawniest, tallest guy climbing up there and trying to crawl through that space and drop down. Meanwhile, I'm trying to convince them, and Brad's trying to convince them to just turn that little knob. They're in there crying. They're all upset. I'm about ready to cry because my babies are locked in this bathroom. So, finally, they unlocked it. Yeah. So yeah, those are my stories about Tattle. So, if you guys ever have any questions, let me know. I know there was somebody had a question about was the dogs were not allowed on leashes in the park. They are allowed on leashes to be taken for a walk. If they're not allowed to be on any kind of a cable thing or anything where they could walk around and stuff. In our campsite, they're not allowed, sadly, to do that. Even though I see other people doing it, but if we did it, we damn well would get caught and get in trouble. So, they like being in those cages. Those cages, you didn't see how big they were. They are very big. They are the extra large ones. The reason that they're both in one is they like to be in one. And there's plenty of room for them both to lay down, stand up, turn around. There's plenty of room. I could probably fit 2 more large dogs in that cage. We're just doing the best we can. It's working. We've been here over a year, and, there's a shortage of housing. So, and it's hard to find housing that allow a large dog. I am looking into making Charlie my emotional support dog. My friend Angie suggested that. And because he is my emotional support. But I have to go through the proper channels and see what all that entitles. And then, as she said, they couldn't really stop me from, he would have to be allowed to be there. So, we're looking at that, I keep hoping maybe somebody around this area or somebody in a southern state would say, hey, I got this house that I'll rent to you guys, dirt cheap, if you can get a transfer here, because I could transfer, and stuff. So, time will tell. When it's meant to happen, it'll happen. So, And until then, I just keep making my hats. That's 3 more that'll go in the bag. And I'm thinking that one order, hopefully, I'm going to look it up while I'm talking to you guys, if I can find it. That's not it. That one order for, maybe here. That went, yeah. Nope. That's not it. That's another order. I was looking for that slip that, I have the number. I'll look it up while I'm talking to you guys. I'm hoping that one box with the 100 hats, it was supposed to arrive today there. I'm going to look it up. I mailed it through UPS. So, let me go over here to UPS and see if it has arrived. That's the nice thing about it. Let's see. 9 7 F 4770. Let's see, I just making sure I got the right number. Of course, when I type it in, I didn't type it for UPS like an idiot. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's out for delivery right now. By the end of the day. Yay! So, okay, yeah, it's out for delivery since 5:42 this morning. There in Vancouver. So, yay! That box of 100 hats will be delivered today. So, that will be awesome. I'm letting her know right now. So that'll be cool. That's exciting. I always love to see, when people get stuff. That's to me, one of the best things that there are is seeing somebody's face light up or whatever. So anyway, that's all that I got really going on. I didn't have it out here, but I got, if you're a woman like me that you don't like your arms, and I think as we get older, most of us don't like our arms. So I ordered what's called, type in on like eBay, a lace cardigan. And it's just pure lace, really light lace. And it's got the arms. So then you can still wear your summer wear, your sleeveless tanks and stuff. And if you're going somewhere, you just slap that on. And it matches whatever outfit. I got a black one. And it just goes with whatever outfit. And you still look nice and you don't have to worry about your arm. Angel, no. She's trying to go in between the screen of the dash or the windshield and that. No. So anyway, that was really nice. So think about that, But yeah, I just typed in, because for a long time I didn't know what to type in. And so I just typed in lace cardigan. And yep, pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting another one. Because like I said, when you're living in a warmer state, most of the time I'm going around sleeveless. I have really big arms anyway, I'm sure you guys have noticed. And so a lot of the sleeves don't fit my arms anyway. And my arms have always been really big ever since I was a child, too. And so a lot of my shirts, I've cut off the sleeves. And living in a warmer state. But then when we going somewhere, I just have to change it into something heavier that has sleeves. And this is a perfect solution. So You know, we all have maybe that dress that maybe it's a pretty sundress that maybe you'd like to wear, you know, when it, you know, more than just those few months. Well, this way you can. So, anyway, that's all I got going on. No, Angel. No, kitty, kitty. What is up with you today? You're being just into everything. Come here. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. All right, come on. Come here. Come here again. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Where are you going now, huh? What are you doing? You're showing everybody your butt. They don't really want to see your butt. Yeah, they don't want to see your butt. No. What are you doing, kitty, kitty? Really? Really? I know, I love you too. Hi. Hi, kitty, kitty. Oh, my goodness. You're such a love. Mm-hmm. 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 This is Angel. You just, no, please don't get on the keyboard. You just jack everything up when you do it. But you just lay here. There you go. There, now you're happy. Is that what you wanted? Okay, I know. You just wanted to be loved up, right? Just wanted to be loved up. What story do you guys have about when your kids were younger? Sure, you guys have some good ones about stuff they pulled or things they did and you can't believe they did them. Crazy, crazy. I love little kids, though, you know. I love watching kids. I love watching them in stores, watching them, you know, out in public and stuff. Of course, you're about half afraid to really be watching kids now. You won't get accused of stalking them or something. Right, Angel? Right, Angel? Oh, my kitty. Oh, and then last night, I also talked to my granddaughter, and then I talked to our niece, and they're both doing good. My granddaughter going to Comic Con. It's going to be in Cheyenne. She's so excited. She's been working on raising the money. And then we surprised her too with if her grades are up where she doesn't have to go to summer school, we will pay for her plane ticket out here. We discussed it with her mom first, of course, and stuff. So look at that kitty. She loves this. She loves it if you hold her, I drape her on my chest, and then I do that. Don't you, kitty, kitty. She's having the biggest love affair with Charlie ever. Every single night. So Charlie gets in one chair. Here comes Angel. She's all loving up on him, rubbing on him, and everything. And then he'll slurp her upside the head. You know, she's got such a big tongue that it takes up the whole side of her head. Then she'll stop and look at him and kind of go cross-eyed. And then they repeat the whole thing. She's even taken down where she sleeps with him. She like curl up right, in the stomach area, sleep with him. And that's the only dog that she likes all our dogs, but that's the only one that she's having a love affair with. Love her some Charlie, don't you, Angel? Yeah. It's like that, it's like the Odd Couple. So, anyway, I just kind of wanted to sit and chit-chat with you guys. I have to say thank you so much, because I used to be such a shy person that I really had a hard time talking with anybody. And YouTube has really helped me change that and gotten me where you guys have helped me get over my fear of talking on the phone. Because you guys know, for the longest time I said I don't like talking on the phone and stuff. And slowly overcoming that to now, I do take that chance. And sometimes you meet somebody who you think you really will click with, and and it's not that there's anything wrong with that person, but it'll just be, you just don't click. And then sometimes you'll call somebody and you just really click. So it's worth taking that chance, We're all different. I mean, how boring would this world be if we were all the same? How boring would it be if we all had the same viewpoint and we all were the same? I say different people make the spice of life. And we're just a big, beautiful mix. And, but yeah, I just want to thank you guys for that, because it really has enriched my life, so much. And I think about you guys when I'm sitting and, you know, like Donna and Pam and Linda and Ann, my good friend Ann, and Angie, and so many other people. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of you guys, you know. Of course, you guys know Linda and you know, like Cheryl. I really love her, and you know, just so many other people that just, you know, it's like, wow, just very neat, very neat. So, right, right, Angel. I got such a headache today too, guys. I think I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna take some Tylenol. I woke up with headache in the middle of the night, in fact. I think it must be kind of a weather change or something. So I'm gonna take some Tylenol, and then may lay down for a little bit. That sounds good. So anyway, love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. And I think y'all are awesome, and so does my angel. She's purring. She's purring. Aw, very purring. Yeah, she's a sweetie. Right, Angel? You believe she's 15? She doesn't look it, she doesn't act it. Right, sweet pea? Aw. What you doing? You're hearing. You must be hearing something, huh? You just, oh, your tail's just a-going. Her tail's just, what is that? I heard something too. I'm gonna have to go investigate that. Oh, and by the way, I bought some deep dish pie crust. I'm not making my own pie crust. I don't have room in here to be making it. I just buy the frozen pie crust. I always do a crumble topping. Since I got a whole bowl of apples I need to work. You know, they're getting kind of old and stuff. Oh, peel them all up, make my husband an apple pie. I am not a fan of pie. Listen, coconut cream pie, oh yeah, sister. You know, or a good chocolate cream pie. But I am not a fruit pie person. He is. And I can actually make that sugar-free, so that's good. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Charlie's hearing something too. You know, and all that good stuff. So I hope everybody has a great day, and I do think you guys are awesome, and I'm going to work on comment tonight. Right, Angel? And you guys have a great day. Bye.